Hey Bears fans, DeWitt and Nicholas Moreano here for CHGO, and we are making the case for some Chicago Bears 2023 prospects. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. That way you don't miss any of our Bears content all off season long. But let's go ahead and let's make the case for a very exciting guy, Jayden Reed, the wide receiver out of Michigan State. Last season, 55 catches for 636 yards and 5 touchdowns. He is 89th on PFF's top 150 and 139th according to Mock Draft Database. Nick, what do you like about the receiver?
Yeah, so I was able to get a chance to see Jayden Reed play at the Senior Bowl and just the practices, but the route running really stands out, well, especially in the one-on-ones, and that is a drill that does cater to the wide receiver, but how he was creating separation, just a technician when it comes to footwork, just a guy that knows how to get open, and because he lines up in a bunch of different spots on the field, he knows what it takes to kind of get a DB off balance, but that was one of the first players that kind of stood out to me was Jayden Reed. The footwork, the timing of how he was able to set up routes and just ultimately get open in those practices in Mobile, Alabama.
What I really like about his game is his ability to make plays after the catch, and it's due to two things. One, he has a very strong lower body that allows him to kind of, barrel right through some of those wimpy arm tackles. But then secondly, he has some really good short area agility and quickness to kind of make some space for himself. And then once he's able to kind of make that space and put into that next gear, he's able to kind of add up those yards pretty quickly.
Yeah, and the yards after catch, it also helps that he's shown special teams value at Michigan State, playing as a kick returner and punt returner. In 2022, he did more of the punt returning responsibility. So when he does get in space, it makes sense why he feels comfortable there. Again, he has that punt return ability, has to make quick decisions on the fly. So those yards after the catch, you add that with his special team value, then you get a complete player here in Jayden Reed.
And he's versatile. He can line up outside. He can line up in the slot. You can give him the football in motion and allow him to just kind of use his pure athleticism and ball skills to make plays happen. And that's why he was ultra productive in college, over 2,000 yards receiving on 18 touchdowns in 30 games.
Yeah, and again, a lot of great things about Jayden Reed. And with a player like this, there's obviously going to be some things he needs to work on. For me, he's limited in terms of the catch radius because of his size, but it's not saying that he won't go out and extend his hands. It's just looking at the physical makeup. It's just not a guy that you can just throw a jump ball to. That's not his game, but he will make an effort to make some catches where he has to extend his hands away from his body.
And the other, slight knock would be the lack of top-end elite speed. He's more quick than he is fast. He may not be a consistent deep threat to always blow by defenders, but still, there's a lot to his game that he does well that should be more than able to make up for it. And my other one, I guess it'll be a question to kind of getting into making the case is, does he add something to the Bears receiver room that they don't currently have?
So in terms of, his playmaking ability, does Darnell Mooney have a lot of things that Jayden Reed has? I would say so. But I think where it makes sense to make a case for a guy like Jayden Reed is it is just another playmaker.
Sure.
And again, anytime you can utilize that with Luke Getsy, who likes to mix around and move these guys around, and we said it, Jayden Reed is versatile. He can play on the outside, he can play in the slot, go in motion. I think that's why you would be intrigued with a guy like this. And one more thing, I got a chance to talk to him. Big Justin Fields fan, so that also helps.
It definitely doesn't hurt. Let me add that to my notes. Big JF1 fan. All right, that definitely allows you to make the case a little bit easier, but I think it's the versatility that he offers is his biggest asset and what could be very intriguing to, like you said, Luke Getsy. But that's going to do it for this Making the Case video. Again, subscribe to the channel so that way you don't miss any of our Bears content all off season long. It's a busy off season, so definitely click that sub button, and we'll see you soon.